All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks to the Saturday night spicy burrito live, whatever we want to call this main event, whatever. Uh, man, I took 2 weeks off 2 weeks ago because I needed to retool the channel a little bit. Let me adjust my audio here. Um, and then the next week I got sick. I got a little phlegmy, a little a little schmegma coming out of my lungs there. So I decided to take that week off too. But this week we got a great show for you. We're gonna play some Subnautica, um, which means I'm gonna gather up a bunch of shit and craft a bunch of shit. We also have a great topic for sports. We're gonna rate some sports movies like we rated horror movies. Or horror movie sequels, I should say. So it should be fun. I think that's it. I also want to thank everybody who watched the 25th anniversary episode of Who Turts McBoobs live struggle. Let's struggle through Skyrim on my channel. So that was a lot of fun to make. It was backwards Seinfeld episode. It was a lot of fun to make, and I just want to thank the 10 viewers that watched it. It wasn't me this time. I wasn't all 10. There was 10 people or 11 people actually watched it. So that's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's jump into our topic. I just want to explain the topic, I should say. Okay. This is just like horror movie sequels. We're going to have 4 categories, and I'm going to grade them on a 1 to 5, and the perfect score being 20, and a shitty score being in the negatives, because you can get negatives. Those aren't the 4 movies I'm rating tonight. I'm rating 5 movies tonight, and I'm doing 1 from every category of major sports, and then 1 wild card. So there's going to be 1 baseball movie, 1 basketball movie, 1 hockey movie, and 1 football movie, and then there's going to be a wild card. I was just too lazy to come up with a better background than that. I mean, I don't know how to sum up. There wasn't that many good sports memes, so yeah. So that's why I just got those. I thought that looked all right. So whatever. Who cares? I'll let you know the 5 movies as we reveal them one by one. It'll be a surprise. So the categories are story, which is self-explanatory, what I thought of the story or what I think of the movie overall, the premise, everything. 2 is characters. A lot of these sports movies have to deal with these cast of characters because a lot of them are team sports. So I figured a good category would be characters. And then I also wanted to throw out acting in there as well. So how well the actors pulled it off. Third is sports realism. How realistic is the sports scenes in the movie and how good are they or how prevalent are they? And then 4, of course, it's going to go with every rating we do is the nip factor, which is nudity or boobs or hot chicks or whatever. Whatever you want to, whatever gives me a hard on, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I was just reading chat. Yeah, the Bend Like Beckham girls. That's what's her face. I don't know who the other broad is, but yeah, they definitely they're opening wide for something. You know, they don't have to open that wide for me, but oh yeah. And tonight I'm drinking Coors Light. I got 2.5 on deck. And then I'm gonna break into the rum because the more Coors Light will just make me want to pee, and I'll have to take breaks every 5 fucking minutes. So I got to switch over to hard liquor. And without further ado, I guess that's about it. We're gonna jump into Subnautica. A couple of notes on this game. I am playing on survival mode, which means you have to like feed yourself and hold on while I'm loading it up. You have to like feed yourself and drink water and take care of your body and stuff. Last time my webcam was covering up the actual meter, so you guys couldn't see it, and I was always collecting food and water and shit. Well, that's kind of boring to watch me collect food and water all the time. So, and I think and Adrian's going down on his Adam's apple there. Fucking, I didn't think about that. Oh, yo, Adrian, go down on my Adam's apple. So anyways, so I'm not going to be collecting food. I did something special. I took like 3 hours of my spare time and just built a bunch of storage containers and stored a bunch of preloaded food and water in them. So you don't have to watch me gather that stuff. So Oh shit. So cheers uh, to those of you not watching basketball tonight and watching me. I don't know why we do that. Um, why would you watch basketball? I can't even watch. I'm telling you, the first movie is the basketball movie that we're gonna review, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch these fucking basketball movies, but I got to give everybody a fair shot on the spicy burrito. And also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention scores over 10, which means over average. The average is 10. That's dead center. Are certified spicy, and we can fuck around with that as more and more streams come prevalent. We can change it to like hot, mild, spicy, or El Diablo. Or I came up with the idea like if you get a perfect 20, you're muy caliente or some bullshit like that. But yeah, for right now, we're just going to go with scores over 10. You're certified spicy, which means I recommend it. I recommend that you watch it. So, all right. How about we jump into the game? Because I got the ocean in my ears. You guys can't hear it yet because I haven't turned the audio on for you. But I got the ocean in my ears, and I'll show you exactly what I did, and then we'll head out from there. Just wait for it to capture. Capture. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There you go. Oh, shit. This thing won't craft cigarettes. I tried. I wish it would craft cigarettes, but it won't. Okay, so if you remember correctly, we're stuck in we crash landed on a planet that's just like 100% ocean, as far as I know. And okay, here's what I did. I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, and they have titanium, all the like easy stuff to find, salt, quartz, but the most important is food. Look at all this pre-cooked food, so you don't have to watch me like search for food and shit. Oops. And then the other one is water. Tools, copper. There's water. And then we got all this good water. All right. And then if you look at the bottom left, underneath me, it has my O2 meter, of course. The red one's your health, the second one's your hunger, and the third one's your thirst. So I had to constantly keep eating and drinking and all that bullshit. So now let's decide what we want to do. We want to start building like this. Okay, here we go. This mobile vehicle bay. This will help us build, whoa, something like this, the sea moth. Look at that, submarine. But we have to build this first. So we need a titanium ingot, lubricant, and power cell. Where's power cell? Okay, for a power cell, we need to make a battery and silicone rubber. And a battery, we need acid mushroom and copper ore. So let's do that first. Acid mushroom and copper ore. Two acid mushrooms. And those are right down here. And then I believe I have copper in one of these tanks. Oh yeah, we gotta craft the flashlights, of course. So I got 1 copper ore. So let's transfer that to our personal inventory. Let's get out of here. Let's head back into the boat. Oh yeah, this thing will produce a first aid kit every 5 minutes or something like that. So let's go ahead and make a battery for a battery-powered dildo. That's what my dildo needs, a battery. Battery. Okay. So we have a battery, and what else did we need? Silicone rubber. I don't know if I have that. Let's check our. Oh, I do. So let's take that. Head back over here and create a power cell. Yeah, bitch, we're well on our way. All right. Okay, so now we have the power cell. So what else did this mobile vehicle bay need? Lube. Man, it does sound like we're making a fucking dildo or something. We need lube and a power cell and a titanium ingot. Titanium ingots you can make with 10 titanium. I have 10 titanium. I know I do. So let's go get some lube. I believe lube it comes from these greasy vines here, these yellow things. Let's grab a couple. And then let's check our titanium container. There it is. Oh, I have a titanium ingot in stock. Nice. God. Lube. All right, so we got a mobile vehicle bay. Boom. Holy shit, look at this thing. Do I have to? Oh yeah, I have to deploy it. Is that 4? No, okay. What is that? Let's set this to 5. And let's deploy this bitch. Haha, cool. Alright, we want to create this sea moth. This little personal submarine here. So we need more lube, lead, another power cell, glass, and titanium ingot. We've got the lube. I don't know if we got the lead. We got to make another power cell. And I already forget. What is the power cell made of? A battery and silicon rubber. Acid mushroom and copper ore. Okay. I don't think I have any more copper, so we got to go on a hunt for copper. Let's grab an acid mushroom. The hunt for good old copper. Let's just grab another one of these in case we're short on lube. Hopefully this has some copper in it. Yeah, boom. Alright, we got copper. So we can create a battery. How do you get rubber? I believe if you hack and slash at these, you get something to create rubber. Rubber. Be sure to wear your rubber. Oh, there's a distress signal. We should probably check that out. This game is freaking beautiful, I gotta say. May not be the most interesting of games, but it is beautiful. Okay, let's create a silicon rubber. Let's create a lube. Therefore, we can create a battery, right? Oh, I need 2 batteries. Oops. All right. Let's head back down, get some more copper. I wanted to play a song called Wet Dream, but you cannot find that song, and it won't download into my computer. My iTunes won't sync. My iTunes and we might need this. From my phone is different from the one on my computer, so they won't let me share it or something. I don't know. The song, you can't find the song Wet Dream, and there was an old YouTube recording of it, but it's YouTube, so that's the lead we need. So it's gonna sound like total fucking garbage. But it's a song by Kip Odata, I guess, who was a comedian. And it's a song it's all about fish puns. It's like all a song about puns. Or it's all fish puns. It's fucking hilarious. But alas, I couldn't do it. The fuck out of here. I am. Come on, give me some copper. God, those fish are so annoying. You can't escape them either. You just hope to minimize the damage. There we go, copper. Okay, let's head back. I might grab some of this stuff, just in case I need it. While I'm here. Uh-oh, it's getting dark. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. What am I? I didn't grab them. More acid mushroom? Hold on. Good thing they put it right under fucking underneath you. Let's drop some acid mushrooms. Okay. Alright, I gotta recheck this. So, in order to create this guy, we need a power cell. Lube and lead, I got 2 glass and a titanium ingot. So let's get that power cell done. Why couldn't I create the power cell? That's my favorite line. He said, I've blown a seal. He said, fix the damn thing and keep my personal life out of it, okay, pal? So apparently I only have 1 battery. I thought I had one. Oh, I just need more acid mushrooms. Jeez. See, this game is not good for people with bad short-term memory. Can I do it now, game? Thank you. Alright, let's hit up the power cell. Oh, baby. Okay. What else do we need for this bitch? 2 glass and a tit ingot. I don't have any tit ingots in here. Let's dump this. We're a little bit hungry. Let's go ahead and eat a peeper. A cured peeper. Oops. And let's go ahead and drink some water. And let's go ahead and take a medical kit because I got hit by those fucking fish that blow up. And we should be good for a while. All we need is glass And a tit ingot. All right. I have here copper and lead. Okay. Quartz. I think. Hold on. I think you need 2 of those to make a glass. And a tit ingot. So we have 1 here, and we need 10 to make a tit ingot. Oh, just enough space. All right, cool. Of course, I need 2 glass. I just read that. And you need 2 quartz to make 2 glass. 4 quartz to make 2 glass. I always turn the wrong way. You'll notice that every time. Uh-oh, can we do it? I think we got to do it at the mobile vehicle bay. Oh, yes, baby.
The sea moth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Oh, yes. Oh, man. Hold on. All right, that's our first creation, so it's probably a good time. Let's just check it out, and then it's a good time to get into tonight's topic. Oh, look at that beauty. Is that a Tesla?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh my god, I got my own personal fucking HAL. Oh, this thing's gonna run on power, though. How do you recharge this? Can we go out? That's awesome. All right, cool. How do you exit? Press E for exit, idiot. Oh, is there a pause button in this game, or do I just hit escape? All right, cool. So we created a little man in the boat there, submarine. Yeah, let's dive into tonight's topic now. The first one is a basketball movie. Yeah, I can't believe I put myself through this torture. But it was worth it, so I could say I actually saw it, and I rated it, and I gave it a fair chance. I did give it a fair chance. I'm talking none other than the greatest sports movie of all time, not Air Bud, 1997. What a fucking deuce of a movie this is. All right, where do we begin? I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna start off with the premise of this movie. Okay, I'll just give you a brief premise. Some international face of a kid. His dad dies, and he's transferred to a new town and a new school. A great movie. Come on, Uncle Albert. You're better than that. You got a better take than that, Uncle Albert. This movie's dog shit. No pun intended. I just ruined my joke for later when I rate the movie. But so this international face finds this clown this clown's dog, literal clown, has some trick dog that does tricks and he causes chaos and stuff. And he finds this dog, and then he enrolls at his new school and he's picked on or he's lonely and the whole sappy fucking bullshit. I do feel bad. The kid's dad died, and he's got a little sister and his. Yeah, you do. It's the golden receiver there. So anyways, the kid really enjoys basketball, so he finds this old basketball court and he like cleans it up and he practices by himself because he's a loser. But then he lures this dog out with some tapioca pudding. Now, I don't know. I didn't know dogs love tapioca pudding, but this dog gulps it up like I fucking go through Nettie's chili dogs. I mean, the fucking tapioca of all flavors too. It just they couldn't use chocolate. Oh, dogs don't like chocolate, do they? Well, they could have used like I don't know butterscotch, but tapioca, whatever. So and I have a theory about it, and I'll bring that up later why they use tapioca. But yeah. So anyways, he finds this dog while he's playing in this old decrepit basketball court that he fixes up, and it turns out this dog can play fucking basketball, and he makes the team somehow through the help of the token black janitor or the token black custodian that's in every like college or high school or grade school fucking sports movie. The guy who he's like the Yoda, but he's a janitor and he's always black. So, shit. But yep, there's a token black janitor in this one. Anyways, I mean, I'm not doing it justice, although there's not much justice to be done with this fucking script. It's terrible. And then he ends up saving the day, and the dog. I thought for sure the dog was just a halftime show because they make it like the dog's like the halftime show. My dogs eat their own shit. Fucking gross. Well, so do I. There's a lot of fiber in that shit sometimes. By the way, I had Subway tonight, so I might have to have a diarrhea break halfway through this fucking thing. You know how Subway causes diarrhea. Anyways. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I'm still kind of getting over the sickness, so I still got a nice phlegmy cough going on, so I'm going to try to mute it as much as possible. Yeah, exactly. Black Yoda, though. It's always a black Yoda. So, where was I? So I thought the dog was just a halftime show. I'm like, because I never saw this kid. I just remember the commercials, and I'm like, but they actually find a way to put the dog in the fucking game. They find a way to put the dog in the fucking game, and he plays. And it's like, oh, make me fucking sick. Yeah, Domino's pizza tastes like dog shit. So Subway, Domino's. I don't know if Domino's would give you diarrhea though. Subway's just guaranteed diarrhea. You're just gonna have it the next day, you know. So, anyways, where else? Okay, so that's the story. Kid finally triumphs and everybody's happy, and blah blah blah. So, meanwhile, he's avoiding the dog's original owner, which is bullshit because he has papers for the dog, but yeah, they don't give the dog back, but you'll see. I'll talk about that a little later too. This kid has a really unhealthy obsession with this dog because when he originally finds the dog, it's in a clown outfit, okay? A clown outfit because he worked for a clown. So the dog is wearing a clown outfit, and he finds a piece of the outfit, like a piece of fabric this big, and it's like red with a white circle or whatever, or white with a red circle or whatever, a clown outfit. He finds a piece of it, and he sleeps with it under his pillow. What a fucking freako. Sicko. or as Elaine would say from Seinfeld, he's a sickie. So yeah, he sleeps with the outfit, and then he takes a bath with Bud, like instead of just giving the dog a bath, he jumps in with him when he takes a bath with him. Like, uncomfortable. And then he's eating SpaghettiOs, and he forms the figure in his last like few SpaghettiOs. He forms a figure of a golden retriever in the bottom of his bowl. I don't know about you, but this kid has an unhealthy fucking obsession with this dog. I know people that are dog lovers that don't go that far. They don't make sculptures of their dogs out of their SpaghettiOs. So that was pretty fucking creepy. But it is also, I didn't know this. I didn't know this until I rented. I actually paid money to watch this too. That's what's sad. I rented it on and it's a Disney movie. I did not know that. So that explains a lot of the creepiness. So a lot of the creepiness from Disney. We're going to go over that. In fact, let's do that now. There's a few other Disney perversions in it. I like to call them Disney perversions in it. There's an unhealthy amount of prepubescent boys in shower scenes. Like, they should throw in a shower scene for no reason, and it's like, this is a kid's movie. Do you really have to like show them showering? I'm like, what is that all about? It's a kids movie. You don't need that. And it's like literally a 10-second montage of them taking their shirts off and heading into the showers. It's like, you didn't need that. You could have just said, have the coach say, kids take the shower or hit the showers, and then cut to the next scene. But they had to I don't know. That's Disney. Okay, and then there's a scene where when the dog first comes in the house, Air Bud first comes in the house, okay? Yeah, 1 in a million shot, Doc. 1 in a million shot. The dog first comes in the house and causes all this havoc, okay? And his mom is remodeling the new house or repainting the walls in the new house. So, or no, wallpapering. It's wallpapering. She's wallpapering the house. So there's like a construction site set up in the dining room. And he spills paint and spills wallpaper and ladders and stuff. And there's a point where he spills the glue for the wallpaper. And I shit you not, the glue goes all over the boy and all over the mom. Like a literal cum shot. And it looks like fucking cum. It looks like straight jizz on the mom's and the kid's face. And it's like and then the dog gets some of it and the dog's licking it up. And it's like, that is a total Disney fucking creeper. Fucking I know I'm a pervert and I see sexual things sometimes maybe where there isn't, but this is a total subliminal fucking message that it's okay to blow it all over people's faces. Your mom, your dog, your kid. Yeah, it's a total baby money shot. But the glue looks exactly like fucking jizz. You gotta check it out, or don't check it out. Just take my word for it. It's the coup de grace of or the coup de grace, as I like to say, of Disney fucking over the top, perversions. And then I mentioned the tapioca pudding, and the dog laps it up. And the dog loves it, and it just so happens to be the color of cum as well. So it's like it's a lot of subliminal fucking jizz takes here on in Air Bud. Oh, and another thing, guys. At one point, the kid is talking to another kid on the team, and the kid goes, "Here, take this. It's your first time," and he hands him like a rotten orange peel, and he goes, "That's Scottie Pippen spit that out when I saw him play the Timberwolves or whatever," and I've kept it ever since, and it's like a good luck charm. And he goes, "Oh, don't you need it?" And he goes, "No, I have this. It's from Sean Kemp," and they don't show what it is, and I could just imagine. I'm like, it's probably a used condom. Oh shit! I cracked myself up. That's the first thing that popped in my head. If it's Sean Kemp, and it's like a piece of trash from Sean Kemp, it's probably a used condom. Although Sean Kemp didn't use condoms, obviously he has like 30 fucking kids from like 25 different women. But I just thought that was fucking funny. Okay, so another thing is like, so this dog plays in a basketball game. Okay. He plays in the final basketball game. He doesn't drop one fucking deuce throughout the whole game. It's like dog shit all the fucking time. How does that, and a dog that big doesn't drop one deuce on the court? I mean, that's not very realistic there. That's not going to do good for your sports realism there. I mean, you have a dog playing basketball. He doesn't piss or shit throughout the whole fucking game. I don't know. I just thought that was a little editing mishap. They should have thrown in a quick 5-second cut to him fucking dropping a fucking coiled up fucking turd right at center court. and then the towel boys have to come out and wipe it up, and it just smears everywhere. Wouldn't that be fucking funny? See, I should have wrote this movie. I could have made this movie fucking good. This movie also it suffers from two ending syndrome, kind of like Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, which is, don't get me wrong, freaking phenomenal fucking movie, but it's got the too many endings syndrome. This one has the same thing. This movie could have been an hour and like 10 minutes, but they stretch it out to like an hour and 35 because they throw in this court case for custody of the dog at the end of the movie. And it's like, why don't you just go out on top? They win the game. And they already dispatched the clown that was chasing him for his dog back. They had him. They could have just passed him off as drowned in the sea or in the bay or wherever they are. They're in the Pacific Northwest somewhere. And that's it. They go out on top. The game ends. Everybody celebrates, and they give the dog a more tapioca pudding, and the kid and his mom, are happy. But no, then they draw it out with this fucking court case. It's just stupid for custody. A custody battle over a fucking dog. Yikes. Okay, so, and I think that could hurt the movie with kids because kids have the attention span of like chipmunks on crack. So after the game's over, it's like, who are those kids actually paying attention to the custody battle? I don't know. Maybe they do. I know this movie did really good with kids. I was too old for it. Obviously, I was in high school, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't think kids with their attention spans are gonna sit through a court case at the end of a fucking movie. So I've talked way too long on this fucking pile of dog shit. Again, no pun intended. So let's switch over to the scores here. The scores table. Let's check in at the scores table. We got story. I gave it a 2. I mean, it's a unique idea, a dog playing basketball, and then the kid's dad is kind of emotional. His dad dies, and the kid's kind of lonely. So if you were a lonely kid growing up, maybe it could tug on your heartstrings. It didn't really tug on mine that often. But this, I mean, it's an original. I mean, how do you write a movie about a dog playing basketball? I don't know. It's almost like Hollywood's like, check out this fucking golden retriever we've trained over the years. He can play basketball, and they're like, let's just write a movie around it. So they taught a dog to hit a ball and into a net. But so the story kind of lacking. I was generous and gave it a 2. The characters acting, okay. So the black custodian acts his ass off. He's a good actor. He's seen him in a lot of different films. I don't know his name. He's kind of one of those side characters in a lot of different films. He does his best. You can tell he tries. And then I got to give credit to the dog actually hitting the ball in the net. The dog is pretty enjoyable. It's pretty fun. And I'm not a dog lover by any means. I really am not a dog guy or an animal guy, period. So, but the dog seemed entertaining to me. So I gave the characters an acting. I mean, the kids are just annoying as fuck. But the dog and the Black Yoda, we'll call him, get 3. Sports realism 0. Obviously, you can't have a dog playing basketball. It's never going to happen. And somehow they figure out how to get him. I can't even explain how they say it's just not in the rules. So that's why he can play basketball. It's not in the rules. There's nothing in the rules that say a dog can't play basketball. So they just let him play basketball. Oh, well. Okay. So I gave it a 0. And then another thing with the realism is, have you ever been to a 6th, 7th, 8th grade basketball game? The scores are usually 21 to like 19, right? This one, the scores were like 89 to 91. Or I think the final score of the final game was 88 to 87. I'm like, there's no way these kids are scoring that fucking much. And they don't even play, what do they play, 4 10-minute quarters? Even if it's 4 12-minute quarters. It's a running clock. There's no way these kids are getting up to 80 points. Unless they're just not like they're not playing any defense whatsoever. And even then, the kids are so bad at basketball when they're in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade that it's like they're not even scoring that often. 80, come on, 80 points. I think every little kid's basketball game I've been to ends up, you're lucky to get out of the teens, let alone 80, 90 points. Come on, get out of here. So the sports realism gets a total big old deuce. And the nip factor, it's a Disney movie, so there is no nips. And it's a kid's movie. I give it a -1 because the mom is kind of a MILF. She's kind of a MILF, but they literally, she goes out and gets the paper, and it's like late springtime in the Pacific Northwest. Maybe I want to say they're in like Portland or something, and the sun's shining and nobody's wearing jackets. She goes out and gets the paper in a few scenes that Air Bud keeps stealing the newspaper, but she goes out to get it, and she's literally wearing like 4 fucking layers of clothes. It's like they didn't want to give you any sense of imagination in this one. So they get a big old fucking -1 because it's a waste. The mom is good looking. They should show just a little bit to give you some kind of like imagination. But they don't. They cover her up, and like she's wearing literally pajamas and then clothes and then a bathrobe. I counted. I made sure. She's wearing at least 3 layers in the Pacific Northwest in late spring. It's not that cold out. So she should be showing some other skin. The only skin you see on her is her knuckles. So that's a big old -1. Now this has to be this could be, I don't know. There's probably other fucking sports movies that are a lot more terrible than this movie. But this is not a good score. It's a no bueno. It's a no bueno on the spicy burrito scale. A very no bueno at a total score of 4. Air Bud, 1997, 4 on the spicy burrito channel. So there you have it. I don't know what else to say about this. And like I said, my original joke, and I premature ejaculated it earlier. The original joke is, no pun intended, but this story is dog shit. So I just had to reiterate that. I thought that was clever. Air Bud. Oh, man. And I paid money for this fucking movie. Like, I paid $5 to rent this movie. He sits, he stays, he shoots, he scores. It should be, that's a hockey reference. I don't think they say he shoots, he scores in basketball. But that reminds me of the time Chauncey Billups just pulled up for a jumper and dropped it. And the announcer, George Blaha, said, "Chauncey drops a deuce on the Kings," and I just couldn't stop laughing. And that should have been a line from this movie. He shoots, he scores. Instead of that, he should be, "Air Bud drops a deuce on the Timberwolves," the Dragons or whatever the fuck they are. So, lesson from this movie is beware of Disney creepiness. And I'm pretty harsh on kids' movies, probably too harsh on kids' movies. But I'm just going as I just got to be fair to all of them. I'm going into them with a clean slate, and this is my reaction. So that's it. Air Bud. All right, let's hop back into El Game-O. All right. So now what do we want to do? We have to go look for more blueprints, I believe. I'm kind of out of stuff to build. We build this beacon or this grab trap. I don't even know what that is. Bridge. Oh, Cyclops is like a huge submarine, I bet. And then I wonder if you can build a base. So we got to search for more. Look at all this stuff. Vending machine? Yeah. So I take it you got to build like an underwater base. But I don't know where to start. Foundation, maybe? Oh my god. They're going to make me send like a camera into like tunnels and stuff. Oof. That's way too much for me. Streams data from scanner rooms. Oh, I was getting a beacon and a grab trap. I was also getting a... I do need to build a flashlight. A flashlight. I accidentally dropped mine at some point. I was getting a beacon from... Was it here? No, don't. You idiot. To it, you idiot.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over? Nothing but vacuum. These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS. You offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over.
Yeah.
I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
Okay, that helped absolutely nothing. Alright. So, what do we decide? Let's decide on something. Pipe. Crack pipe? Air bladder. Propulsion cannon. That's pretty cool. Oh, habitat builder. Let's do that. Okay, we need a battery and a wiring kit. Let's start with the battery. That needs acid mushrooms and copper. I don't have any copper, and I don't have any acid mushrooms in here. Do I have any in this compartment? Nope. Well, let's eat something. Alright, we gotta go. More acid mushrooms. And more copper. Do it. Like Emperor Palpatine. Do it. I didn't want titanium. There we go. Copper. Now, do I need 2 copper? Does anybody remember I need 2 copper to make a fucking battery? See, that's like, I'm so fucking scatterbrained with this kind of shit. Nope. Okay, we got the battery. Now, let's go on to our next thing. Wiring kit. Wiring kit. Okay, that needs 2 silver ore. I have 1. Do I have 1 in here? Nope. Gold and silver? Ah, I got 1. Cool. Alright. Okay, and finally, we need a computer chip. That might be tough. That might be tough to come by on an alien ocean planet. Table coral sample, gold, and copper wire. I believe copper wire. Did I miss it? Yeah, you can make sushi. Copper wire is 2 copper ore. So I'm going to need 2 copper ore, a gold, and a table cores. Alright, we got our standing orders. I might have gold. I do have gold. And then one of them was A coral sample. Table coral sample. No, that's coral tube. Table coral. Oh, that might be tough to come by. Let's get our scanner out. Coral shell. Will that do it? You gotta stab the shit, but it doesn't look orange to me. Nope, that won't do it. I also need 2 copper. Oh, why am I not taking them? Well. This is pretty. Oh, there it is.
Seconds.
All right, so now all I need is 1 more copper, and I'm good. There's one. Ah, tits. Tits. We don't need that. Ah, tits. Spicy tuna roll. Come on, copper. Thank you. I forgot I got the sea moth. I could have taken that out for a spin. My Tesla. Nice.
New blueprint acquired.
Habitat builder. We gotta do it.
The builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Okay. I got a stasis rifle. Oh, I want to build the laser cutter too, or do I have one? Oh, I don't have one. What does this do? Oh. So we start with a foundation? Oh, this is crazy. What the hell? we have to go out? Do I have to go outside to build this? I would need 2 lead to build a foundation. I'm assuming that's where we want to start. Oh my god. Does it have to be underwater? What the hell? Oh, is that cool or what? Oh, that is sweet. Okay. We do walls? Window. Huh. Oh my god, this is way too involved. Okay. Interesting. Let's table that for a later date. Now, let's get some oxygen. Now, how do you build walls is what I want to know. Maybe I haven't discovered them yet. I do want to build... And it doesn't look like I have the blueprints for it yet. The laser cutter. Oh, I do have the blueprints. Oof. Okay. I have the case silver. I have the titanium. I'm going to need a battery, which is easy. Diamonds. I got to look for diamonds. Hold on. Let's get a flashlight going, too. Where's the flashlight? Battery and glass. Well, we know how to make a battery. I just need copper. Always need copper. I can't see shit. There's some quartz for glass.
seconds.
Yes, yes. I'll get some titanium. I wish it was... See, I should have built the flashlight first. Can't see shit. The hunt for more copper. We should call this game The Hunt for Copper. Every fucking thing you need to build has copper in it. Oh, is this something? No. The hunt for red ass copper. Where's the fucking sun? I need some light. Oh, sweet. We got something in here? Oh, Sea Glide program. See, I already have the Sea Glide blueprint, so that's just going to yield titanium. So I don't even need to bother to scan that. I already have that. Let's go deeper, Jonathan. Fucking tits.
30 seconds.
She can count down like the hedgehog. Did you know the hedgehog can count down?
Oxygen.
I'm dying. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Thank you. Kind of thirsty too. I don't know how you drink water underwater, but I'm sure there's a way. Copper? Oh, alright. So the flashlight, battery. Just want to make sure. The battery has 1 copper, right? Okay, cool. Now we gotta find our base. Yeah, this game is fucking pretty. It's really fucking cool. Like, the audio... the audio is fucking great, too, because it's like you're actually underwater. Yeah, this game's not for everybody. I don't mind it. I mean, it's not the fucking most interesting thing, but if you like inventory management, it's right up my alley. All right, battery. What was the other fucking thing I needed? Glass. Alright, now I need a flashlight. Let's push the flashlight on 4. Flashlight on 4. Alright, now we want to make the turd cutter. How do I make the turd cutter? Let's see. Another fucking battery. And diamond. And a couple cave sulfurs. I have a couple cave sulfurs. Let's go ahead and eat. So... cave sulfurs. I have the cave sulfurs. So now we only need to do is make a battery and 2 diamonds. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna find diamonds. Alright. That might be tough. Let's take the old fucking sub out, the Tesla out for a ride. Where'd it run off to? There it is.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We may need to go deep for some diamonds, I believe. Deeper, Jonathan. Oh, that fucking fish just farted all over the place. Just hitting fish. Oh, fuck, that does damage to your vehicle. Whoa. Okay, that looks pretty deep. Let's hop in this bad boy. Holy shit. I believe the hull integrity is 200.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
No. Stay. It's so creepy.
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
What could that be? I don't know. I'm just here for some diamonds. Where's the diamond merchant? Look like titties. Mushroom titties.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Oh man, here's Oh, this is a part of the ship. Huh.
Seconds.
I didn't see any diamonds down there though.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
My hull's already down to 40 fucking 9. Wow. Oh, here's another pod. Don't need that.
Integrating new PDA data.
Well, those fuckers are dead. Just fucking hitting fish. Alright, let's check this place out.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Fucker. I don't see fucking diamonds. How the fuck am I supposed to... Ouch. This thing is so cool. Holy shit, here's a huge chunk of the ship. I doubt they have diamonds, though. Oh, what's that? Ah. Thought it was gonna be something good. I already have that. Okay, maybe we can go. Can we go down inside this bitch? Oh. Let me in there.
30 seconds.
I'm too fat to fit. Too fat to fuck.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Aren't diamonds supposed to be like about pressure and time? That's what Shawshank Redemption told me. So the deeper we go, we should find diamonds, right? But this thing only goes 200 meters. Oh, you can upgrade this fucker. Huh. Put a better hole on it. Splat. Ooh. Okay. Let's check this thing. Silver.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
What is this? A time capsule. Good luck.
"30 seconds. Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in
Oh,
the
shit.
region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
No. No, I'm not.
Oxygen.
I'm not gonna make it. There's no way. How did my oxygen go? I'm dead. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, that fucking blows balls. God, that really chaps my ass. All right, let's just refill on food and water. Should be good. All right, well, let's, since I died, let's go ahead and pause. I'll take that, too. The never-ending quest for fucking diamonds. Oh, yeah, I left Airbud up. All right, what are we at? 4. Oh, the 4th movie tonight. And remember the 4 categories. Story, character, acting, sports realism, and the nip factor, which is always a part of any spicy burrito rating system. Okay, number 4. It was Slapshot, 1977. I've never seen this movie before. I've seen segments of it, but I've never sat down and watched this movie before. And I was pleasantly surprised. I thought this movie was pretty good. Let me break out my notes here. All right. So let's go through the premise. It's like minor league hockey, and you got this, team that's just terrible, and they're in a shitty town, and the town is going to close the main factory, so nobody's going to go watch these guys because they don't have any money. And this guy the guy that is also the manager, he's a player manager, Paul Newman. He's a player manager for this hockey team, and he decides that he needs to drum up interest in this hockey team, but he can't because they closed the mill and nobody has any money. So he comes up with this idea that they're just going to be like just a bunch of goons, like professional. He'll drum it up like entertainment, not hockey. And they'll beat up whoever they play and shit. And he does actually make them really popular, and hopefully it drums up interest in someone buying the team, so he doesn't have to like retire and all the guys lose their jobs because the team folds. Okay, so that's like the premise, and it's actually a decent premise, I guess. This movie's got a good commentary on minor league sports, because if you ever notice, like, the minor leagues always have to do, and it's not just minor league hockey, but minor league baseball, they always got to do these gimmicks and these gimmick nights. They're always like, a certain special night, like Star Wars night or whatever. There's always some kind of gimmick involved in minor league sports, because you got to get people to come out and watch a bunch of less than better than average athletes, I guess. That isn't like college. These are considered pro athletes, but they're not like the top level of pro athletes. So you got to have some interest. You got to drum up some interest somehow. So it has a decent, funny commentary on how, like, the minor leagues are always like a circus. It's not just like straightforward basketball game or hockey game. There's some kind of entertainment involved, basically a circus. And then it also has a nice funny commentary on goons, like the goons in hockey, the enforcers or the strong men or the muscle, That's always pretty good. They do a pretty good job of that. I will say this movie suffers from some I don't know if it's bad storytelling or bad editing. I didn't know, and it took me a while. And I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. It took me a while to figure out what Paul Newman was doing, and it took me over half the movie to figure out what the fuck he was doing. Like, they don't say what he's doing. They don't come out and say that he's trying to get all his teammates to just beat people up on the ice. That's literally what he's doing. He's just trying to make it like a wrestling match on the ice. But they don't tell you that outright, and it takes forever for you to figure out, oh, this is what he's going for. And it's over half the movie. So that's like a failure on either writing or editing. Maybe they edited out a scene where he talked about it, but I don't know, man. it just didn't connect like right away, and it just like, and then when you finally realize what he's doing, I don't know if that's what they were going for. I don't think so though. You'd think they would reveal it a little earlier than like 2/3 through the movie. I don't know. It's just a little gripe I had with it. I was like, oh, okay, so he's trying to get everybody arrested and everybody to be fucking fighting on the ice and stuff to drum up interest, but they don't. Yeah, they don't tell you that, and it's like, it just makes the first half of the movie weird because he's being a dick to people, and you're like, they don't tell you why he is though, you know. So I chalk that up to either bad writing or editing. And then his second the second best player on the team has this thing going on with his wife. Like it's like a side story, and it's like the most confusing fucking side story I've ever like witnessed. So he's having trouble with his wife, and I don't know if, and he's seen other women, and then his wife, Paul Newman, tries to pick up his wife, and then Paul Newman gets his wife to move in with him, and but they don't explain what their problems were. They just, I don't, it's really really confusing. It's bad writing. They just come out and say it, like why the guy and his wife aren't getting along, and then come out and say what Paul Newman's motivations are. And those are my like two biggest gripes with this movie. Other than that, I like this movie, and it does seem like I'm kind of ragging on it. But I really like this movie. It was, and it gets better towards the second later half of the movie. It gets a lot better and funny. There's some funny moments throughout the beginning, but it takes a while. It's like it's slowly, and then it ramps up, and then it's just like a grand finale, you know. Yeah, so the first third of the movie is not actually that funny either. They have some jokes, but it's just the first third of the movie is just like, oof. I mean, I know they're trying to tell jokes, but maybe it's just because I'm not like a product of the '70s, so I don't know what was funny back then. I don't think so though. I think it's just slow to develop. It's very slow to develop, and then when they don't tell you what's going on, you're puzzled, and then you can't concentrate. I found it hard to concentrate. Like I'm trying to figure out what's going on, like what Paul Newman's motivations are, you know? And I think that distracted me from some of the humor in the beginning, but you said other than writing, the editing, the directing, the acting, it's a pretty good movie. Yeah, no. The acting was. I didn't say the acting was bad. Um, so that's my gripes, and then like I said, it ramps up towards the second half, and it gets very fucking funny. Um, the like lesson, or the lesson of this movie, I mean, I like the fact that like Paul Newman's character finally realizes that no matter what he does, he can't win. So, he decides to like give up the pro wrestling fucking fighting on the ice shit and just play hockey in the championship game. Let's just play hockey. So he's down and out. And he's like, I can't win no matter what. So let's just play hockey for the love of the game. And it doesn't work out, so they just go back to fighting. That's what I love. Like he's like, oh, for the love of the game, let's play some good hockey and stop all this goon shit. And then they're like getting their ass kicked in the first period. So then they're like, let's just go back to fighting. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that twist. Like I can't win, and so I'm like, let's for the love of the game. And then that doesn't work, so let's just go back to fucking fighting. I thought that was pretty clever. So yeah. And then this, and then of course this movie has the iconic Hanson brothers up there. Oh my god! And Paul Newman's character is okay, but the Hanson brothers steal the fucking show in this movie. They're fucking hilarious. They all like in tandem, like respond in tandem, and they're all about the team and the coach, and they're like, it's just the shit they say, and they're just like kids, just total kids like playing. And then in fact, there's a scene where they're playing with trains or something, or toys or something like that. It's pretty fucking funny. But I got such a kick out of they fight before during the warm ups. They fight with the other team, these three brothers. And then the warm ups are over, so they're singing the national anthem, and then the camera just focuses in on each one of them. They're all bloody as fuck while the national anthem's singing. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, but as far as the other guys on the team, there's like this horn dog guy. I recognize him from something, but I don't know what. He's been in a lot of stuff, but he's just like this fucking poon hound. He's always talking about pussy and shit. Then there's this French. The goalie is a French Canadian, and he's pretty funny, but nothing. I mean, nothing beats the Hanson brothers. And then Paul Newman's all right. Paul Newman does a fun job. See, I think maybe I went into this movie thinking that Paul Newman's supposed to be like a likable character, but I think in the end he's not. He's not supposed to be such a likable character. He does kind of say some fucking mean, nasty shit too. So maybe I just had the wrong impression going in. That I thought, oh, Paul Newman's just this down and out old timer, managing and playing hockey at the same time, you know. But I thought maybe he'd be likable, but he really isn't. And if that's what they're going for, then Paul Newman does a good job doing it. That's for sure. Yeah. So, and it does a great job about the whole minor league shit, and this is like the precursor, and I got to give it credit because this is kind of like the granddaddy of them all with the misfit sports team, professional sports team, misfit of total misfits that end up like winning. No, it's not. It's not Mandy Patinkin, I don't think. There's actually no one else famous in this other than Swootsy Kurtz. Swootsy. And we'll get into Swootsy a little bit. You'll know why. Yeah. Well, so I lost my train of thought there. I was responding to the chat there, but it does a good job of portraying like the down and out, the shit ragtag team of misfits. Major League took it to a whole new level, but as far as professional sports goes, you got the team of total fucking misfits, but they end up. But this one isn't about. They're not bad hockey players. This is about them changing their whole style to make it more like sports entertainment instead of sports. You know, like the WWE likes to call themselves sports entertainment. So that's the whole premise of the movie. But they're not like terrible at hockey. I think they say they're in last place, but they play. I mean, it's not like they're just fucking awful. Like some other movies we're going to talk about tonight. Swootsy Kurtz. I've been saying the name Swootsy all fucking day long. I don't know where she got that name Swootsy, but yeah, Slapshot like the Oscars. They're fucking Will Smith, starring Will Smith and Chris Rock. I heard somewhere that YouTube doesn't like smoking on YouTube. Well, fuck them. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get into the old Slapshot 1977. I've said pretty much enough of that. Let's get into the score here. Story, I mean, 2.5. It's just like, a failing franchise. And I docked some points on story for the bad writing or the bad editing or whatever it is. Characters and acting. I have to give it credit because Paul Newman does a pretty good job, and the Hanson brothers just iconic. So I got to give it a good score. It wasn't a perfect 5. The Hanson brothers are so great, but they aren't enough to give it a perfect 5. The rest of the team is not that great, other than the French goalie, who has his moments, but he doesn't shine like the Hanson brothers. So I got to be fair and give it a 4.5. I can't give it a perfect score. Sports realism. Okay, I wanted to talk about this one. as far as portraying, like I said, the minor leagues and their stupid fun nights and stupid events and to put butts in the fucking seats. Um, as far that's kind of like real, close to real life, but the actual sports play, like the actual hockey play, is so bad in this movie. Like there's points where Paul Newman, like in the middle of the game, like the action's going on, and the camera will zoom in on Paul Newman, and he's just standing there in a spot for like 10 seconds, and then he'll start skating again, and then he'll do the same thing. They'll show the same thing. I'm like, hockey's more of a fast paced game. There's not much time for you to just stand in one spot. You know, how often does that happen in hockey? It doesn't. He's just standing in one spot. He's not even skating. So I don't know if that was Paul Newman didn't know how to skate, but yeah, and the goalie's always flopping around all the place and stuff. And goalies don't really do that in real life. They kind of stand their ground, but this goalie's just flopping around. And then of course all the fighting. I mean, the fighting's just over the fucking top towards the end. Like everybody's fighting everybody in every game. They call a game because one guy assaults a referee, and it's like a Todd Bertuzzi kind of situation there on a ref. It's kind of like, yeah, this is a little over the top. So the sports realism there isn't. They only get a 1 because I think they represent minor leagues. True to minor leagues. But other than that, I mean, oof. Now, the nip factor. Now, I was pleasantly surprised. As you can see, this gets a nip factor of 3. I didn't go over this, but in the sports movies, I'm probably going to be more generous on the nip factor than I did with horror movies, because you always expect nips in horror movies, right? Or nudity. You don't really expect them in sports movies. So when you see one, you get pleasantly surprised. I got to give it to a Swootsy. Swootsy's nips. Oh, my God. There's one point where Paul Newman goes over and bangs Swootsy Kurtz's character, which that's all she's in it for, is this like 5-minute scene. And they have this discussion about how she's a lesbian or whatever, but she'll do guys from time to time. But the whole time they're doing it, she's laying in bed with her nips just hard as diamonds, which I can't find in this fucking Subnautica game, by the way. I wish I could find Swootsy and she'll provide me with some it's diamond cutters. Shit. Yeah, and they point in her breast point towards God. They're like straight up. And yeah, so it definitely gets a nip factor of 3, especially with me being generous. Because sports movies, I don't expect to have nips. Now, Air Bud might have got a 1 on the nip factor if it was a female dog, just because he's got 8 nips. But since it was a male dog, it gets a 0 on the nip factor. But I was pleasantly surprised with Swootsy. Some oak. Yeah, some hardwood. So that's Slapshot for you. And it's an 11, so it's certified spicy. So I recommend it. And I think, but as you can tell, I recommend it because those Hanson brothers are so fucking funny. At first I was like, what is going on with these brothers? But the more and more I thought about it, I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. These 3 dudes are fucking hilarious. And there's a reason why they're so famous, because I mean, it's just fucking perfect casting, perfect characters, like side characters. That's what you want in a side character, to be iconic like that. And they don't really overshadow the rest of the team. They do give their moments to the other guys on the team. I just don't think they're that as interesting. They're definitely not. I mean, the pussy hound guy, he does have some good lines and stuff, but everybody else is nowhere near as good as the Hanson brothers. So, yeah, excuse me, I'm getting kind of phlegmy for some reason. I wonder if it's the cigarettes I'm smoking. So let me see. Is there anything else I missed on that one? I mentioned Paul Newman stopping all the time in the middle of a game. Yeah. So that looks like it. That's the official the official list. The score on Slapshot is 11. I recommend it, but obviously I don't highly recommend it. A muy muy bueno. That's gonna be well. See, Matt, the premise of this is when I do sports movies, I'm gonna do basketball, baseball, hockey, football, and then what you call it, wild card. So maybe Revenge of the Nerds will make the wild card division with the lip-wristed javelin toss. That's Lamar. Yeah. Oh man, if I counted, that is a yeah. That's got tons. That would be a nip factor of 5 for sure. For sure. Oh shit. Airbud. So Airbud with a score of 4 is a no bueno from the spicy burrito. And then Slapshot with 11 is just over certified spicy. So let's play a little bit more. You would think diamonds wouldn't be that hard to find. Swootsy Kurtz, she's got diamond cutters on her on the end of her fucking breasts. Shit. It's almost like they probably had some creeper come in with ice and say, "Hey, ice up your nipples for this 5-minute scene where your nips are gonna show." Ice those bad boys up, Swootsy. Oh yeah, and I'm not going to. These aren't my favorite movies, by the way. These are just 5 random movies I picked. I'll let you know if I do a top 10 sports movies, my favorite sports movies. But no, these are just some continuing series I'm gonna do where I just pick 5 random sports movies. Just like the horror movie sequels, 5 random sequels to horror movies. Not necessarily my favorite. I want to give everybody a fair shot at a rating, and we're gonna log all the ratings in the Encyclopedia Britannica. And then maybe after 100 episodes, I'll find out what my favorite movie actually was. God damn it. I just want to find a diamond. This gotta go deeper. Oh, I noticed something too. You can stand on these and get your oxygen back. Good tip. Important safety tip, Egon. The nips. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. I'm like, there's no way none of these sports movies I'm watching are gonna have nips. What's this? Oh, fucking tits. I would go deeper if they'd let me go deeper. There's like nothing around here.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I didn't get full oxygen. Copper. Now all I do is find copper. Man, this is the place to come for salt. Alright, fuckers. Quit being stingy on me.
"30 seconds.
Well, of course.
The biomass in this area is dominated by plant life. Oxygening up faint or terror vehicle signatures. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah. You know what? Can I put on the rebreather now? Or... Nope. Too much radiation.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Oh, there it is. Shale. That's gonna yield diamonds and lithium. Gotta find more of those. Damn it.
"30 seconds.
That's where I need to be. I'm close. I can feel it.
Oxygen.
Shit. I'm gonna die too. Son of a bitch.
Plan pre-recorded.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
All right. Well, let's go check that out. Is it this one? Oh, what a struggle fest. My Seamoth is way out there. So when you die, your Seamoth stays where you died. What is this? Quartz. Where we're going, we don't need quartz. We need fucking shale. Damn it. Oh. We checked this one out already, didn't we? Yeah. Huh, I'm confused. I thought it said 100 meters left. This must be it. Wow. Yeah, we've been over here.
Seconds.
I hear you. Oh, that's way the fuck down there. Oh, shit. Want to go reclaim my vehicle.
Seconds.
You have 20 seconds to comply. Okay, where'd it go? Oh my god. There she is.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay. Let's go check this out.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, I wonder if that will upgrade my Seamoth. That was a vehicle blueprint guide. Can't get in there. Should give you an epilepsy warning.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
How do I repair this guy? Oh, I wonder if the repair tool will work on this guy. Let's find out. Oh, sweet. It will work. Nice. Okay, cool. Into the great wide ocean. Oh man, this shit's deep. There's like nothing out here. Crazy.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Holy shit. Look at this fucker. A Leviathan. Don't mind me, I just want some diamonds. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of puzzled with this diamond situation.
Calorie intake recommended. Vital signs stabilizing.
Man, I was way the fuck out there. There ain't nothing around here. Oh, there's some ocean floor. Okay, let's check out here.
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
God,
Hull
they don't
damage
tell you.
imminent.
I don't even know what a thermal plant is. Damn it. Oh wow. What a bust. Is this some kind of bust? Yes, it's very impressive. I should have took note of what shale looks like. No, that's not shale.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Fucking limestone. Alright, whatever. You, I'm worse at driving this thing than I am in LA Noir. Should we go down here? What is that? There we go.
Remember that materials
Fucking
you gather
damn.
are the property of the All Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Bullshit. Alright, there should be more down here, but we're gonna take a... Let's gather ourselves. Let's go ahead and move into the next movie. Oh, I got caught up on something. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. You're welcome. Okay, finally found a diamond. And then the company immediately tries to claim it. Alright. Okay, the third movie I decided to watch was American Underdog. This is a newer movie from last year, 2021. This is a movie about Kurt Warner and his wire-haired man goblin. It's more about her than him. I don't know. What's her name? Anna Paquin plays her. Can you believe that? I don't think Anna Paquin looks anything like that lady, but whatever. So let's give you the premise. I mean, if you don't know who Kurt Warner is, you should. He was bagging groceries in Iowa and played for the Arena Football League, and the NFL took a shot on him as a backup quarterback, and lo and behold, Trent Green gets hurt, and he leads the Rams to a Super Bowl. And long story short, he had a rocky personal life with this lady, and that's what the movie's pretty much all about, his struggle to make the pros, and because he knows he can do it, and his faith and the faith they have in each other and all that good stuff, all that sappy stuff that you see in drama sports movies. So, and it stars Shazam, plays Kurt Warner. Shazam. And I forget his name. Is it Zach Levi or something like that? And then I said Anna Paquin. And then it also stars Dennis Quaid as not Mike Martz. Shit. His name, Dick Vermeil. Dick Vermeil. Okay. Um, I like this movie a lot. I didn't think I would. I thought maybe Kurt Warner's story's been told, and I just didn't realize how much shit he actually went through, and him and her as a couple actually went through. It was pretty crazy. Um, let's see, where do I begin? Now, this is the first movie I watched, and I watched it 2 weeks ago, so it's not as fresh in my mind as the other ones. But this I have under here on my notes. It was a emotional, feel good story. Um, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up from a product, the NFL, that doesn't really produce these stories as often as they should. I am a firm believer that the NFL, like for some reason, embraces these movies that are like Any Given Sunday or The Program, or I don't know, these thug movies, and it's like, why don't you tell uplifting tales like this more often? It would do your product some wonders. I mean, with all the wife beaters and murderers and general thugs in general in your sport, you should be telling stories like this. Um, you should concentrate on putting this out, and it might help your product a little bit. But I mean, people are so crazy for football; they'll watch it no matter what. I've given up on watching football, but if they produced more movies and more stories out of the NFL like this, maybe I'd consider coming back. This is a total tearjerker. I actually got really emotional on this one. I don't know why. I but I did. I got very emotional. This is a very, very touching tale, and yeah, it's a it tugs at the old heartstrings, hits you in the cockles of the heart, or maybe in the subcockle region, and it also hits you in the colon too. Let's see. Um, it's got the usual underdog story tropes, and I mean it's named fucking American Underdog. I like how they used American. And why they? I mean, you know, with all the stuff going on in America, it's like it's good to see something like be named American Underdog. Like we need to have pride in this country again. Um, and it's got the usual underdog tropes, but this one does have heart. It's not just telling a sappy tale just to tell a tale. There's a lot of stuff you can take to heart in this movie. It does have like, see, if you know anything about Kurt Warner, I mean, this is the guy that when he got interviewed after he won the Super Bowl, he was like, "Thank you, Jesus," really loud, like he yelled, "Thank you, Jesus." And he was always like big into his faith, and he's a I don't know what his denomination is. I'm assuming he's some kind of born again, and I think she is too, and they're super Christian. And this movie, it was made by Christian filmmakers, but the Christian overtones, they're not like in your face with it at all, which is probably a good thing if you're trying to attract normal people to a story. I mean, a lot of those Christian movies are a little over the top. I think the subtle approach that this movie took, they don't even preach. It doesn't feel like the movie's preaching to you. A lot of those Christian movies do, whether you believe in Christ or not. That's why I think a lot of them aren't as good, because they just feel like they're preaching. When you do it subtly, it's better. And they don't really go into their religion at all. I mean, it's more about faith. They put faith in each other and faith in themselves to solve their own problems. And they do say faith in God and stuff to help them through, but they don't fucking push the Bible down your throat. So it's nice, subtle, and it was made by a Christian filmmaker. So it's good to see that they can do subtlety and not turn off half their audience, because I mean, this is a good story to tell. A lot of people should see this movie. It's a very good story. And like I said, it's very emotional. I did not know. Okay. I didn't know the amount of fucking shit they went through. Now I don't know how much is embellished for Hollywood. You know how Hollywood embellishes stuff, but oh my god, like okay, when he first meets her, she has 2 kids, so she doesn't even want to. When he first meets her, she has 2 kids, so she doesn't even like want to date him. She's like, oh, he's just not gonna be interested once he. So she comes out and says, I got 2 kids, and then walks away. Well, he keeps chasing after her. He's like, I don't care. And it turns out one of the kids is handicapped because he got dropped by her husband. Her husband dropped, ex-husband, accidentally dropped the kid, and the kid went blind, or like almost 100% blind. Ugh. I mean, and if that's not bad enough, she's dirt poor. Her family, her parents move away to Arkansas, and they bought their dream home in Arkansas. I don't know who's from. If you're from Iowa, what's the point of moving to Arkansas? It's the same thing, right? Except with a southern accent. But her parents moved to Arkansas because they bought their dream home on a lake or whatever, and then her parents get killed in a fucking tornado, like, just totally rips the home apart, kills both her parents. I'm like, holy shit, man! And then meanwhile, he's bagging groceries at a store, trying to get tryouts for any NFL team whatsoever. It's like, oh my god! And then they get stranded without gas in the middle of a snowstorm. He had to walk like 10 miles to a gas station to get gas, and he had to pay with like quarters that they scrounged up out of the seats of the fucking car. Oh, it's bad. I mean, it's like, man, these people are struggling. And I did not know all that about her family dying like that, and her kids, her kid being dropped on his head and being handicapped. I just, woof. Yeah, so, yeah, and I got to give, I think, Matt, you were the one who came up with Wired Hair Man Goblin, so I got to give you credit on that one. It was either you or Fub, I couldn't remember, but, yeah, the Wired Hair Man Goblin. And Anna Paquin did a good job playing her, but I got a lot more respect for Kurt Warner and his wife. I mean, and then they have all these charities that help handicapped children and stuff, so that's always good. Let's go into some other aspects of the movie. Dennis Quaid. Now, Dennis Quaid plays Dick Vermeil, and I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel he was like Dick Vermeil at all. Like, I've watched Dick Vermeil's press conferences where, you know, every press conference Dick Vermeil gives, he cries. He wasn't like, I don't know. He just didn't pull it off. Like, I think Dick Vermeil was better portrayed by Greg Kinnear in Invincible than Dick Vermeil did here. I'm not gonna like totally shit on Dennis Quaid because he's a good actor, but yeah, I didn't feel the Dick Vermeil now. The guy who played Mike Martz, I totally felt. He was a total ass, total full of himself, fucking fool, fucking, nerd. Mike Martz, the offensive coordinator for the Rams. That guy did a pretty good job, and he kind of looked like him too. That's another thing. I didn't think what's his face looked like Dick Vermeil either, Dennis Quaid, but whatever. Another thing I found funny is, isn't it interesting that there's at least two Hollywood movies about underdogs, about a coach taking a chance on an underdog, and they both involve Dick Vermeil. It just shows you what kind of a guy Dick Vermeil was. Like, he was almost like a gambler, or he was willing to take a chance on people that, nobody took a chance, wanted to take a chance on. So I think it's funny that Dick Vermeil, that he must be a fucking cool guy in real life. And he was definitely an emotional guy. Like I said, he cried at every fucking press conference. It's tough to say goodbye to Greg. Greg. Oh, shit. Now, Mike Martz, later in the movie, when Mike Martz comes into the movie, he's portrayed as like the antagonist. So he's the bad guy. And then when they win the Super Bowl, he ends up being a really good guy. But he's like the bad guy at first. He's like, I'm not letting him play, and he's never going to play for us, and blah, 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 and shit like that. But I'm assuming that's just Hollywood trying to give some kind of confrontation going on. Because if the true story holds true, it's Trent Green got hurt in preseason, so they had to go with Kurt Warner. They threw in a little thing about maybe we should trade for a different quarterback, but they had, basically their hands were tied. They had to go with Kurt Warner. So I don't know how much of an ass Mike Martz was to Kurt Warner, like in the movie. I think they just needed a antagonist to go against Kurt. So that might be embellished. There's like, in my opinion, like the moral of this whole story is more than just like with God all things are possible. It's more of like having faith in each other and yourself, and then God is the one that provides you with that faith. It's not necessarily all, just believe in God and everything will work out. It's like you still gotta have strong faith in yourself, and you still gotta put in the effort. Another thing is, I don't know how, in real life, I remember them telling that stupid story about him bagging groceries. I don't know how much groceries he actually bagged. I bet he worked there for like a week before he went to the AFL or the Arena Football League. So I don't know. Only Kurt Warner knows that, and the people that employed him. But somehow I don't think he was bagging groceries for 2 years and then decide to be called up. But they kind of make it seem that way. But I don't think so. It was probably more like a week before he went to the Arena Football League. This movie portrays the Arena Football League kind of goofy. First of all, they're playing to packed stadiums. I don't know of a stadium that ever packed an Arena Football League game. Maybe there is. I don't know. From what I watch on TV, there's a lot of empty seats. But, yeah, and they make it seem so fucking fast, and that's why he's so good at NFL, because the NFL is so much slower than arena football. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I'm not a football player, so I couldn't answer that, but it seems fishy. But ultimately, what makes this movie great is that it's true. And it's something that we all live through. I mean, if you're my age, we all watched Kurt Warner win that Super Bowl, and then we all watched him lose 2 others. And we all heard the stories about bagging groceries and stuff. And this movie is so it's so good because, well, I like this movie a lot because I remember exactly that Rams-Tennessee Super Bowl. I was working at the restaurant at 9 on a Sunday doing inventory, and the Super Bowl was going on, and my boss brought in a like black and white TV, or maybe it was color, but it was only like 13 inches, and I watched it, and we had no customers because everybody's at home watching the Super Bowl. So we just sat there and we stood there and watched the Super Bowl, waiting on the one deadbeat that came in on a Super Bowl Sunday night. And then we would count inventory, and we finished up early. And I remember that yard being short, or that guy being a yard short for Tennessee. Oh, man. And I rooted for Tennessee in that game. I was not a Rams guy. Yeah, so I was rooting for Tennessee in that mainly because Jeff Fisher and his porn stash. you gotta love Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher's fucking stash. He held on to that stash all through the fucking 90s and into the 2000s. I bet he's still rocking that fucking stash. But yeah, American Underdog, 2021. Let me just take a brief look. Is there anything else? I talked about the NFL should fucking clean up their fucking act and have stories like this. Shazam, Zach. I think his name was Zach Levi. He actually looked like Kurt Warner. He actually did a pretty good job. He might be a little bigger they made him look a little bigger than Kurt Warner is, but and one thing about Kurt Warner is I'm a fan. I didn't mind him. I really rooted for him when in that fucking Arizona Super Bowl against Pittsburgh. They should have fucking won that thing. God, that still fucking chaps my ass, that Super Bowl. Damn fucking Ben Roethlisberger and Santonio Holmes can go choke on one. So yeah, I was always like, indifferent towards Kurt Warner, but I was rooting for him in that Super Bowl, definitely. Patriots won. I think I was that the Patriots' first Super Bowl, Tom Brady's first. So I think I was actually rooting for the Patriots in that one because I had a bet. Yeah. Yeah, well, she'll take you out. Oh, that's another thing I didn't mention about her. You know why she wears her fucking hair like that? She was a fucking Marine. Yeah, no shit. This broad was a Marine, And I believe that's why she always goes with those fucking short-haired, wired haircuts, because she was a Marine. And she just loved it. There are pictures of her with long hair, and she looks a lot more attractive. But to each his own. I mean, Kurt Warner digs it. He must not pull on her hair when he's doing her in the butt. So, and they ended up having 7 kids, and he adopted her 2 kids from the previous marriage. So, yeah, life's good in the Warner family. So let's get to the scores here. Yeah, I was right. Zachary Levi and Anna Paquin as Wired Hair Man Goblin, and that says that in the credits. Well, it doesn't say whatever her name is, Brenda Warner. It says Wired Haired Man Goblin, Anna Paquin. Story 5. Like I said, I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's a true story, and not only is it true, it's just a great underdog story. Characters and acting. The acting was fine. Dennis Quaid, like I said, is gonna knock this down a few points from 5, but the Mike Martz character brings it back up, so they even out. And then Zachary Levi and Anna Paquin does a great job. Great job. Very emotional. The sports realism. I don't know. They get a half because the NFL stuff is pretty realistic. But there isn't much of it in the movie, and a lot of it is actual clips. So, but the arena stuff, that just seems so fake. They make arena football look like it's the greatest thing on earth. And it's not. It's just, in my opinion, arena football's unwatchable. But, so they're gonna get a middle of the road. So they got down points with the arena stuff, up points with the NFL, but not enough. So 2.5. Nip factor, I just gave 0.5 just because it's Anna Paquin, and I like her nips. So she gets a 0.5. So the total score is 11.5. And you'll notice if you watch these on my rating systems, there's no rhyme or reason to the nip factor. It could be whatever. So Anna Paquin's nips, I highly suggest watching True Blood. Was that the name of the movie or the show? True Blood? Yeah, so there's you can see plenty of Anna Paquin's nips. But they don't show them in this movie, but she gets 0.5 for just having nips because it's very important that Anna Paquin has nips. So the total score, 11.5. That is a certified spicy. Watch it. It's got my recommendation. You just watch it. It's a good movie. Unless you hate Kurt Warner and the Rams, then, I mean, it's the Rams. It's like, I didn't hate them until this fucking year when they beat the Bengals motherfuckers. So that is it for American Underdog. That's 3 down, 2 more to go. Now let's play for like 20 minutes and then we'll hop into the next one. Okay, so I just found... Excuse me a second. I am going to turn down the music. Yeah, that's getting a little annoying in my ears. My ear pussies. That's better. Okay, so I'm on the never-ending quest for more diamonds. Do I need more? Or I needed 2, right? I got 1. It's been so long I don't even know what I'm building. Oh my god, we could get torpedoes for this fucking thing? And a sonar? Oh my goodness.
This ecological biome matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
I was trying... I forget what I was trying to build. Oh, the turd cutter. That requires 2 diamonds. It's a basic tool. Why the hell do I have to struggle to find 2 diamonds for this piece of shit? Okay, so we need 2. So I gotta dive back out. That's if there's any more down here. American Underdog. Oh, I was gonna suggest porno names for all these movies too. You know how pornos always have like a parody name? I was thinking American Underdoggy style. American Underdoggy Style. And then Air Bud would have been... I don't know what Air Bud... I had one, but now I can't remember. Slap Shot would... that's easy. Slap Cum Shot. So silly. Or Slap That Ass Cum Shot. Come on, give me some game. American Underdoggy Style. What is this thing? Alright, I gotta get some air. I gotta get back to the fucking... Under the Balls Quarterly. Ooh, is that one? Nice. Got it. Well, the question is, do I stay here and try to pick up more or head back? Air butt sex. That's a good one. Where was this place? Where is our okay. We're about 800 meters to the east. So 800 meters west, if I can remember that. Is where I can find diamonds. Air bud sex. I should have watched Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit. You see they made a Secretariat movie too? It's like, how many horse fucking movies do we need? Who cares about horses? Air butt sex. Alright, we're gonna go build that laser turd cutter. Hold on. I think I saw something. Nope. Yeah, I remember Seabiscuit being good. I'll have to rewatch it though if I ever want to do Seabiscuit. Gold. That's limestone and what you call it. I'm always open to suggestions too when I do sports movies. Like I chose these at random. Well, not at random. Most of them. American Underdog, I actually went out of my way to watch on my own a couple weeks ago, and that's what gave me the idea for doing the topic like that. How about basketball? I'm going to need some suggestions on. Although there was one I almost pulled the trigger on. There was a basketball movie about from early 2000s. It was a documentary about little people playing basketball, and Dennis Rodman was like their coach or something. I can only imagine what that was like. I'm going to have to watch that. A bunch of dwarves playing basketball with Dennis Rodman. I mean, he probably towers over the fuckers. Finally. Give me that turd cutter. Oh, I need to make a battery. Battery's easy. I'm surprised I don't have the materials for it, though. I need a copper and 2 acid mushrooms, as usual. Oh, yeah. I'm up for historical movies. That's right up my alley. There's my flashlight I dropped. I spent all that time building a new one. Copper, that's easy to find. There's always copper. 1. Do I need 2 for that? I always forget. Nope, just 1. Historical movies. Define historical. Do they have to be war? War movies, maybe. Historical is pretty in general. Like, I don't know if I want to sit through Barry Lyndon. That's the one Kubrick movie I've never seen. I'm sure it's probably good, but... Barry Lyndon! Finally. A cutting device suitable for penetrating buttholes. Okay. Where is... We need this. 3 titanium. We need a bunch of titanium because I got a plan here. Where's the tits? I don't know if that'll be enough. We'll try it. All right, let's grab some food and water to go. In fact, let's drink up. Okay, and then let's dump out a little bit. All the shit we don't need. We don't need the habitat builder right now. We need the laser cutter, the repair tool, a couple of fire extinguishers, some water. I gotta grab some food. We don't need all these. And we'll be on our way. These are so hard to read. There we go. Peeper, peeper, peeper. All right. We're going on a journey. That away. Do I want to take the sea moth? Nah, fuck it. Yeah. Separate war and historical.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh shit. Before we do that, let's get pointed in the right way here. Let's listen to this distress signal. It's popping up on my screen. Because I would love to watch Gettysburg for the 800th time.
Pre-recorded distress call.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Should we go check that out instead? It said that it was uploaded to my PDA. Yeah. Let's make that orange. Let's go to that. This one we could turn off. We definitely. Let's make the sea moth yellow, just to make it easier to. I would do a whole 4 hours on Gettysburg though. That's the thing. Like I would do a Gettysburg deep dive. I wouldn't mind doing that. Trust me. You know how much I love that movie. A Gettysburg deep dive. All right, Second Officer Keene, it looks like you're dead. Well, this is exciting. Would it fit in 4 hours? It might. Gods and Generals wouldn't. Oh my god, that movie's so fucking long. Bayonets. Yeah, Gettysburg is a classic. I'll do a deep dive on Gettysburg. I'm gonna have to. Now I'm just gonna have to do it now. Although I know everything. I know that movie like I've memorized that movie. Okay, this is deep. $300 meters down. So in the dark. In the dark.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I hear you, honey. I hear you. Oh, he's down in the fucking Marianas Trench down there. Let's park this. Right here. Now, do we want to repair this? Probably should. God damn it. Leviathan. Do you remember in the 80s when they...
Diversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
Is it repaired? It must be repaired. Alright, let's get a big gulp of oxygen and head down there. Now, is it still radioactive? Oh, I got my rebreather on. Okay. Radioactive. I'm gonna get fucking eaten by a big ass fucking shark or something. Hello? Anybody home? Nothing. I don't see anything.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
They happen to drop anything else around here? Oh, yeah, they did.
New blueprint acquired.
One real quick look before I run out of air. Now we're getting somewhere.
Seconds.
Okay. Dry land. Rendezvous point. We don't need this anymore. Let's turn that off. Let's make this the red. Should we go check out the dry land? Yeah, fuck yeah. It's not that far. Maybe this guy escaped and swam to dry land. Or maybe we'll just run into... Oh, what the fuck? Like these big dicks hanging up. Big dick and balls, man. Did Disney draw this fucking game? Oh my god, we're gonna come out in the middle of a... Oh my god, it's so cool.
Integrating new PDA data. Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
I don't know what you're talking about, Red
obligations
Folder,
as
but...
acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keen, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class Predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen, out.
Okay, rendezvous was a failure. I wasn't paying attention that last second there. Uh-oh. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class Predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO, and I lost at sea. Oh, consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Kino. Okay. Ah, shit. Interesting happenings here. Dry land and... Is going to be anything on this dry land? Or was that just it? Oh, there's jungle up there. Magic mushrooms. Pink cap. Okay, now I think Disney did fucking... Grab some of those. Pink cap. Oh, you can jump? Holy shit. Yeah, those two are definitely banging. The CTO. I'm gonna run into some fucking King Kong or some shit. I should be looking at what these things do, but... be harvested and consumed by humans for high water content. Edible water content. Okay. And then what was that other thing I just did? It was a mushroom. Bulb. No, it was pink cap. It must not be exploitable, huh? Okay. Let's harvest some of this bitch. Oh, my inventory's full. Okay, cool. We're just gonna drop these pink caps. I don't think they do anything. Can we fall to our death? That would be fun. Ming na. Okay, doesn't do shit for us. I would really like to have a gun right about now. Speckled rattler. I'm just reading the last sentence. That's where they usually tell you if there's any use for these fucking plants. Already got that. Wow, this is crazy stuff. I didn't think I would find like a fucking... Oh my god, there's like a ship up there. Oh, we're never gonna get there. This isn't Skyrim where you could just climb mountains by jumping. Maybe it is. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's not good. Don't die on me. Oh, this is so weird. We'll get into that fucking ship. Is that Slave 1? Is Boba Fett up there? Boba Fett? Boba Fett where? Uh-oh. It looks old.
Near blueprint acquired.
Near? Uh-oh. Did I just screw myself over? Alright, that's cool. So this is... We can build... This is what we want to build underwater, right?
Near blueprint acquired.
It opened up. No way. Oh, this is too good. Okay, I gotta get on the next movie. Okay, we'll pause it there. Wow, interesting happenings here in Subnautica. Switch back over. You remember the drill. Number 2. Okay, these next two were really good fucking movies. Yeah, I'm gonna scan all that shit when we get back to it. 2, we're gonna review The Bad News Bears 1976. This is my baseball pick. Let me get my notes. Yoy. What can you say about this movie? I mean, this is the ultimate kids sports movie, I think. I can't think of any other ones that come even close to this movie. It's a comedy. Premise is some Buttermaker is a pool cleaner, drunk pool cleaner. Buttermaker, played by Walter Matthau, and he decides to coach a little league for the easy money, a little league team. This is better than Sandlot though, and two different. Well, I'm gonna get into that. So he decides to coach a little league team for the easy money. Some guy's willing to pay him money to coach a bunch of rejects. I don't know why, but he just does it for the money. And they're just awful, and it's just about him, trying to him changing. We'll say that. Yeah, because he doesn't actually try to make the kids any better until the story progresses. But he's basically managing a little league team that's just freaking awful. So, anyways, and gotta love Buttermaker. What a great name for a character. Now I said this is a comedy, obviously. Everybody refers to Buttermaker with something different, like some different variation of his name, and I just kept cracking up. Like, I think the girl pitcher Tatum O'Neal's character calls him Boilermaker, and someone else calls him Butterball or something. It's like nobody could call him by his real name, Buttermaker. And every time somebody called him something different, it was fucking hilarious. And I watched it with captions on, so I was able to tell. Let's go through. I mean, this has all the tropes of the little kids, but this one started it, I believe. We did. See, you brought up Sandlot there. I do love Sandlot too, but I think this is better. This is a better comedy than Sandlot. Sandlot's more of a period piece. About the 1950s or whatever, It's not, and it's a baseball movie, but I think this one out edges it. But we'll see. One day I'll review Sandlot, and maybe it'll get a better score. So we'll have to find out. There's a lot in this movie. One is like a lot of stuff they wouldn't get away with. They're not even come close to getting away with nowadays. There's a lot of racial language in this, like really racist language in this movie, and it's weird because it's like kids saying it. I don't think they could get away with that nowadays. Now, it's been a long time since I saw the remake of this with Billy Bob Thornton. Do they keep that stuff in it or not? I don't know. Are they as edgy as this movie was? Of course, in the '76, it probably wasn't that edgy. It wasn't, but. The Billy Bob remake. I wonder if they kept that stuff in or did they get rid of that? I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch the Billy Bob remake. And I remember enjoying that one too. But the original is always the best, right? And then also this always has the constant trope of the fat kid being the catcher. So the fat kid's always the catcher, right? I was a fucking catcher growing up because I was the fat kid. So I was like, I think it's a prerequisite. You have to be fat to be a catcher. Yeah, so this one does it too. And Sandlot does it as well. Yeah, the fat kid. And that's Ogilvy. And is it Ogilvy? Is that his name? I get him confused. I didn't really learn the kids' names. I know a few of them. Lupus, of course. And then the fat kid, he's fucking hilarious. At one point, he's carrying around a bucket of KFC, and of course, he does. Chocolate has energy. I need energy. That's the greatest fucking line. And he throws the ball back to Buttermaker and it's covered in chocolate. Ah, yes. Got a little rum around this joint. Uh, there's a few other funny things that I found. Like, now Buttermaker, like, in the beginning of this movie, okay, Ogilvy was the nerdy kid. God, what was the fat kid's name? You'll have to look that up for me because now it's gonna bother me. So this movie's mainly about Buttermaker, and he's like this washed up semi-pro athlete who's drunk, who's turned into a drunk, and he's like down and out and down on his luck and stuff. Okay, he decides to coach these kids, and right away, like, they don't play it like it takes a while for him to bond with these kids. Like, he bonds with these kids actually really quick, which is cool because it's like I don't know how to explain it, but like you would think he'd be hesitant. He's just there for the paycheck. But he doesn't. Walter Matthau doesn't play it that way. He actually, you can tell he like cares for these kids right away. And then in before you know it, like, he's driving the kids around in his car, and he's making them clean the pools that he's supposed to clean, and Lupus is making them a cocktail and shit. It's fucking hilarious. And he's always smoking and drinking around the kids and stuff. Oh my god. But anyways, like I said, this movie's about Buttermaker. Engelberg, that's right. It's about Buttermaker's journey to redemption. That's how I describe it. And it's a pretty rocky road. He's down and out, and he takes over this team, and then he realizes at some point he realizes that these kids we could win at something. Unlike me, when I was a pitcher, I didn't win at anything, and I blamed everything else in my life for not taking off. And this is my chance at actually winning something. And then it takes him into the position where he's going to win at all costs, which he then pisses off the team, and then he realizes it, and then he's like, okay, let's just have fun, So he goes through like a roller coaster kind of arc there. He's kind of like the Paul Newman character in Slapshot, as like, but when I was saying that, Paul Newman says like, let's just get back to playing regular hockey. Well, he does it with the kids. He's like, just go out there and have fun. And he puts in all the players that never played before. And he's like, just go and have fun. And unlike Paul Newman's character in Slapshot, where they say, oh, fuck this doesn't work, let's just go back to fighting, he sticks with it, even though they lose the game. They almost win it, but even though they lose the game. The important thing is everybody played and kids had fun. That's what kids are supposed to do. Just have fun. Not everything is always about fucking winning and losing. It's always a lot of it is. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have fun? I used to be very competitive with board games and stuff, and it just ate at me inside. I was like, why am I so like competitive about board games? Like, so I just like learned to teach myself, like, don't take it so personally. Just fucking have fun. Who cares if you win at a fucking board game? So it's kind of I can see myself in some of this stuff, but like I said, Buttermaker wants to win at something. He sees this as a chance to win, but then he turns into a dick, but then he gets redeemed. He realizes he's a dick. He realizes he's a dick when he watches the other fucking coach be a dick. And he's like, oh my God, I've turned into that fucking dick. So he's gone from dick to dick. He's been watching this guy be a dick. Then he turns into a dick because of it. And then he turns into a decent guy at the end. So that's how it goes. God, that Yankees coach is a fucking total dick. How many times have I said dick in the past minute and a half? He's the type of guy that makes you want to fucking punch him, Oh, that's a lot of dicks. And and then it's just, he he does a good job. He must be a good actor because I hate his guts. God, I hate his guts. And Walter Matthau, let's talk about him for a second. He's an American treasure. Walter Matthau was like, I don't know a lot about his filmography, but I think every movie minus Dennis the Menace that I've seen him in, and it's not many, I enjoy this guy's acting. I think he's fucking great. And he pulls this guy off. Just this drunk down on his luck fucking dude. And he pulls him off without being like, without turning you off, you know, not without being like, oh man. Because like you could have a drunk puke all over the place. And this guy's a drunk, but he's, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but Walter Matthau is an American treasure because everything I've seen him in besides that, I've just enjoyed. Of course, Grumpy Old Men. Those are classics. The Taking, is it The Taking of Pelican, whatever, 349-582, that, the original one. That one, he was great in that too. This guy could pull it off. He was a great actor. He was a great comedic actor. He was a great dramatic actor. Thinks he looks like Walter Matthau. So, yeah, I mentioned it's a great lesson on losing and the joy being found in just the action of playing. You know, the joy is found in the journey and the action of playing the game. It's not necessarily all about winning, you know. It's funny, I got Engelbert written down here. One of the most laugh out loud fucking things I saw in this movie is when Engelbert slides into home plate and he comes up like 4 feet short. That's the funniest fucking thing I've seen. And oh God, it's hilarious. Fucking fat kid. And his uniform doesn't fit, like, because he's so fat, it won't button. So he's the only one walking around with his shirt, like, unbuttoned. And then the kid, I forget his name, who always gets in a fight, the rambunctious kid, the little racist kid. He gets in a fight defending Lupus. Because these kids put, like, ketchup in Lupus's hat and put it on his head. And all his fucking ketchup's down his face. So the kid decides to stick up for him. And he goes, hey, you want a bite of my burrito? And he shoves the burrito in the kid's face. And then a big fight ensues. And while they're like wrestling around and fighting, the kid's like, you owe me 30 cents for that burrito in the middle of the fight. It's fucking hilarious. Then they stuff him in a garbage can. But oh my God, when they're fighting and he's just like, you owe me 30 cents for that burrito. Oh, great shit. Good shit. I wanted to mention now, this is something I came up with. I'm sure everybody's made this, but I came up with this, is the use of the soundtrack. The use of the soundtrack. I don't know about that one. Where they use classical music. Now, I didn't have time to look up what classical music they use. They're very popular tunes, though. Juxtaposed with like how poorly, like how I describe it is like you got this team of shitty slobs that are terrible at baseball, okay, and they're fumbling and bumbling around, and it's kind of like, but then the soundtrack contrasts it with like this classical music soundtrack, and when you think of classical music, you think like more of a elite or more dignified, I think is the better word to say. Classical music is very dignified, but then you have this like shit show on screen. And I think it's like the greatest juxtaposition or contrast between the dignified classical music and the shitty fucking sloppy play and the fucking drinking and the boozing and the women and I just find it great, and the whole soundtrack is all just different classical rock tunes, or not classical rock, classical tunes. So yeah, it's wonderful. It's whoever thought of that to score the movie like that did an awesome job, because that's part of this movie's charm. Everybody knows. I don't know the like I said, the title of the tracks that I'm talking about. I'm sure they're really famous, but you would know them if you heard them. Everybody's heard them, and it just stands out, and it just adds to the charm of this fucking movie. I think I watched this a few times when I was a kid. I used to love it. it's just it brings you back to your little league days. You know, everybody played little league, and there's always that team that was just so bad. It usually was my team. It was just so bad. Like they couldn't even throw or fucking swing a bat or anything. So yeah, this one brought back some good memories. And then you always had to throw the girl in on a team, and she's of course she's a great pitcher. And then the one kid, the older kid that like is really good at baseball. He's just like a total punk. Um, and funny thing is in the beginning, um, some woman lights Walter Matthau's cigar, and he goes, "Thanks, Mister," and it's some woman. I just love it. It's Rorschach. That's Rorschach. No fucking way. I thought I recognized it. Ugly little shit. Yeah, you're right. That's Rorschach, isn't it? Huh. And but when that woman lights a cigarette and she's like dressed up like a fucking biker, it's like he's like, "Thanks, Mister." I love it. I love it, and all the humor and just the action of the kids doing like the shit for doing Buttermaker's job for him and shit. Oh, just like there's always fucking beer in the dugout and shit. But and at the end it has heart, and it spawned. This movie spawned like 3 or 4 sequels, and then the remake, and then it spawned all the rest of those sports kids movies, Little Giants and fucking all those stupid movies. But this is the original 1976 The Bad News Bears. Okay, so let's get into the score. I give the story a 4. It's the original. It's the original misfit team of kids by in a deadbeat coach. It's a premise that's been done countless amount of times, with small variations. But I love the story. It's just such a fun, just a fun story. So it gets a 4. Characters acting, I give it a 5, and there's a reason. And Walter Matthau is great, but he's not the only reason this gets a perfect score in characters acting. This gets a perfect score in characters and acting because, one, the characters are all great. Everyone on that team is hilarious. Like, unlike Slapshot, the full team is great. You got the nerdy kid, you got the little tiny little Mexican kid, you got the fat kid, you got the Jewish kid, you got the kid that's like a rambunctious punk, then you got the geeky weirdo, then you got the girl, and then you got the badass player, and they're all great. They're all great characters, and even on the other team, the dickhead I was talking about. I mean, he does such a great job being a dick that I hate him. So the coach of the Yankees. So, and then child actors are usually shit, like garbage. In this movie, I didn't feel that way. I thought that all the kids were playing. I thought they were all real. Like, you don't see that. You don't sense that they're acting. At least I didn't. It seemed like real kids just playing baseball, badly, but playing baseball. So I mean, it's got to get a perfect score for that. I mean, all the characters are great, and the acting is great. Even the kid acting. Trust me, Air Bud had some bad kid actors. Air Bud was awful for acting, whereas these kids are enjoyable. They're not cringeworthy. You know, you're not looking at them like, oh man, you can tell that kid's just reading his line from a whatever the case may be. These kid actors are great. Sports realism, I give it a 3 because it's a little above average because Little League Baseball's fucking garbage. The kids are so bad at baseball. It's like the one sport that's just like, I mean, little kids can play basketball. But I mean, they're just so bad. And so that's realistic how bad they are. Well, every Little League game I've ever been to or been a part of has been like the Bad News Bears. But then I knock off a few points because the Yankees are too good. Like these kids look like professionals out there. I've never seen 7 and 8-year-olds play baseball like these Yankees do. So it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So I give the edge to a little bit above average. Nip factor 0. Someone mentioned Chucky mentioned Tatum O'Neal's raisins. Nah, I'm not gonna go there. I just don't want to go there. Now Tatum O'Neal did turn out to be a beautiful woman, but yeah. So this one gets a total 0 nips, and I don't think there's any skin in this movie whatsoever at all. The Yankees coach's mom wears like a shirt that shows her midriff, but that's about it. And midriff doesn't count as nips. So, and there might be a dog in there somewhere. Oh shit! So that is Bad News Bears. Great movie. 12. So we're moving up in the world. This one is certified spicy. I highly I recommend it. I'm not gonna say highly because I think highly should be for like, I don't know, 15 and up. But I recommend this one. Check it out. Bad News Bears. If you haven't already, it's been around for 50 fucking years. So, and no time like the present, I guess. So what do we got here? We got 11:18. So let's play for 12 minutes. Let's make it 12, make it 11:30, and I don't know, maybe wrap up early tonight. Ooh, I don't know. 10 minutes early? Probably not, because the last one I can go on and on and on forever. So, but let's check out this island a little bit more for about 10 more minutes. All right, I just want to make sure my audio's up and good and running. Okay, cool. Scan all this shit, I was told. Scan all this shit. By the way, I'm drinking some Ron Zacapa. If you're a rum fan, grab some of that shit. Best rum out there. At least that I've ever had. Which is probably like 4 different rums in my life. What does lantern fruit do? Edible in an emergency. Okay. Grub basket. I think that's it. Oh, a PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, is this it?
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Nope. Okay, so that wasn't like a distress call or anything. Let's drop that. Do you have to scan the whole pod or whatever that is? I don't know. I scanned everything in there. I already had some of it scanned from outside. Oh. Oh. Good call.
New blueprint acquired.
Everything else looks like it's scanned. Well, anyways. Hey, disinfected water. So, should we go check out the other one? Is there anything else on this? I'd say we go check out the other one. That's that song from the Bad News Bears. It's probably Beethoven or some shit like that. Yeah, that Engelbert slide, I could not stop cracking up at that. Fucking fat kids. They're like yelling, slide, slide. And he slides and he's like 4 feet short. Whoever wrote that fucking scene is a genius. Huh? This is so cool. I didn't think in 100 years I would have found land with shit on it. Makes you rethink, can you build your base here? Something's gonna happen though. This fucking thing's gonna cave in on me. I did scan it from the outside. There was 2 pieces you could scan from the outside. I got them. The bulkhead and this part. Huh. Oh, a pot. Big deal.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, so we must be from Earth because this is called a Chinese potato plant. Interesting. Marble melon. Is that edible? Yes, it is. Let's eat one. I didn't mean to drop it. The problem is none of this stuff grows on the planet.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
All right, let's listen to this guy.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators. Fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is Ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Okay, so it looks like they were forced out into the ocean, kind of like we were. Oh, it's gonna get dark. I thought I saw something I could scan. What is that?
New blueprint acquired.
I didn't even think about looking up. Now, how did we not see this from our... Oh, this is going to be dangerous. What's down there? There's some more shit down here. A mustache question. Ooh. That guy did sound like Sean Connery. Sean Connery. Yeah.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, I hear animals.
Integrating new PDA data.
Oh, what was the porno? I forgot. What's the porno name for the Bad News Bears? I was thinking the Bad News Bears and Twink.
Integrating new PDA data.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it.
Oh my god.
Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there.
Who's they?
Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Huh. We didn't listen to this one either.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of storm water? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like. Let him go.
A little, alive.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgo has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. The only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Huh. Can I listen to these while I'm doing stuff?
Chief's log, 5
Oh,
weeks
nice.
since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue.
Oh, jeez.
In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Where's that little bastard? That doesn't look human.
Integrating new PDA data.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
New blueprint acquired. Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
New blueprint acquired. Come on, get in there. I already have the stasis rifle, right? Yep, maybe not. Can we hit this? Wow. Very interesting. Okay, well, we explored the island. I don't know, we'll have to continue on doing that. Doesn't look like there's much of anything else on here. Oof. When I just say that and I find this.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
You see, Chief? You brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep.
Ooh.
Lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters
Gross.
is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
Integrating new PDA data.
Huh. Yeah, I think that's a... Whoa!
Oh.
That'll be for next time. I like the taste. I like the taste of my own urine. So we got to find our sea moth. I think we're gonna. Oh, there's one thing over there I want to check out before we finish up. I saw something glowing down there. Oh, more plants. What is this? Oh, the potatoes. Marble melon. Ooh. Huh? Alright, I'm just going to swim to the sea moth, save the game, and we'll pick that up in a month. Oh yeah, here's the dicks and testicles. Where is my sea moth? A floater. An ancient upper decker. I think we're gonna have to find their cave. Oh, real quick. Does it have it on here? This one can be turned off. proposed grassy habitat. That's where we want to go. Where is it? A 1,000 meters that way. Okay. Yep, that'll be for next time. We'll pick up right where we left off.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Awesome. Okay. That's it for Subnautica. The name escaped me there for a second. Until next time. Okay, we got to get into number 1. How much time we got here? 11:40. Okay, perfect. Number 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Kingpin, 1996. What can you say? I mean, this movie's just pure genius. The premise is some young up and coming bowling professional gets swindled by another professional, and he ends up losing his hand, so he loses his career as a bowling. He's down and out on his luck. He's a drunk. Decides he stops in at a bowling alley to sell some materials to. He's like I don't know, whatever he is. He sees an Amish guy fucking bowling, and he's pretty good, so he decides to take him up on the tour and maybe win some money, and redeem himself. Yeah, you all know Kingpin. Everybody knows Kingpin. What a fucking great movie. God, this movie is fucking hilarious. And I constantly just laugh out loud at this movie. It's the Farrelli's. I want to say the Farrelly brothers. The first movie after Dumb and Dumber. Now, Dumb and Dumber, I believe, is funnier than this movie. But this is when Farrelly brothers were at the height of their game, and this is a great fucking movie. God, and they did a great fucking job, and it's funny as fucking shit. From what I hear, Bill Murray improvised a lot of this fucking movie, and Bill Murray does a great fucking job. It's just phenomenal. I mean, just the shit he says throughout this movie is just great. I often find myself quoting all his lines from this fucking movie. And then, of course, Woody, and that's not to say that he's the greatest, but because Woody and Randy Quaid do a fucking great job too. Randy Quaid's like the most awkward fucker, the awkward Amish guy. He's just fucking great, and Woody Harrelson does a great fucking job too, man, playing Roy Munson Roy E. This is like your classic two worlds collide scenario, almost like when you got like an outsider, just like doesn't know what he's doing in the world, and like a teacher mentor kind of thing going on with this Amish guy, and then the most sinful of all people, this drunk fucking booze hound fucking dirtbag Roy Munson teams up with this like you know innocent Amish guy. It ends up corrupting him, but I can figure out a few things for myself. And he's sitting on the fucking urinal. There's it's a comedy through and through, but I think there's some important kind of messages in this one, like you shouldn't go through life feeling sorry for yourself or acting a victim all the time. You should just always strive to do better, and you can realize that you control your own destiny. You don't have to play a victim. Don't play the victim. Nobody likes that. It's just you don't get anywhere if you don't. If something shitty happened to you in life, yeah, that's shitty. But you gotta step up and move on. And control your own destiny. Make something of yourself. And that seems to be like the message throughout this movie. So, Vanessa Angel, I mean, what can you say? Or Angel or whatever. So beaut, Clark. Yes, Kingpin is fucking a beaut. She's a beaut. She's a beaut, Vanessa. And we'll talk about her a little bit later. Woody Harrelson and Randy Quaid make a great team in this movie. Like the acting, they just play off each other, and they do make a good. They make the chemistry is like great. And then you throw in Ernie McCracken as the antagonist. Oh, just so great. There's so much I could talk about this movie, and I didn't even mention that the fucking smoking fucking lady that he bangs in the beginning. And I think I opened one of my live streams with one of my favorite lines of all time. She's like, "What is it about good sex that makes you have to take a crap?" They couldn't make her any more unattractive, and she's not that bad looking outside of that makeup. But oh my god, is she rough in this movie? Haggard, and her hair's like falling out and greasy, and oh my god, it's so brutal. And yeah, so I mean, just the side characters are great, and then the in the beginning is like bowling. The priest that's like a hustler, they're hustling. He's like, bowling for money is my only vice. And then he grabs a drink from the waitress and slaps her ass, and he goes, "Okay, 2 vices." And Woody Harrelson's like, "That's still pretty good." And when they're, God, there's just so many scenes I want to mention. Like, you would be punctilious in assuming that. You guys are dictionary salesmen. But I think I brought up Ernie McCracken on a previous stream. I think it was Greatest Sports Shitbags. So I don't need to go too much in depth with him. But just know that Bill Murray like improvised a lot of those lines. I think the most famous one was when he told the waitress to go wash her perfume off before she comes back to the table. And then he tells Roy to eat his oatmeal outside because it's like disgusting watching him eat oatmeal. Oh, it was fucking great. Yeah, so and then there's a couple spoofs, like spoof scenes in this one, and one of my favorite spoof scenes of all time is or parody scenes or whatever you want to call them, is the indecent proposal. Fucking Chris Elliott walks up and he's like, "I'll give you $1 million to sleep with your friend," and he points to Randy Quaid, and then they fucking cut to Randy Quaid like he's on the side of the bed throwing up, and Roy Munson's just like celebrating and like fucking rubbing money all over his body. Fucking great. One of the fucking funniest fucking scenes of the movie. So how do they portray bowling in this movie? Now bowling's a great topic because it's like bowling you can make fun of in multiple different ways. One, it's like not that hard of a sport. I mean, the pros are really good, but you know, anybody can become a pro with enough practice in bowling. And then you just, it's what other sport can you drink beer, smoke cigarettes, eat fried food during while you're doing it? So yeah, it's just great. And they do a great job of portraying that. And then they do a great job of portraying like the 70s bowling. Like bowling used to be huge in America, like in the 70s, like, and how popular it is and shit. And then like at the end of the movie when it's present day, it's like bowling's dropped off the face of the earth. Like just a bunch of like fucking, yeah, just like bowling is AIDS. Yeah, it's like it's not as nearly as popular as it used to be. And it's just a bunch of washed up old timers with fucking with comb overs, fucking bowling. Oh shit. What else can we say? Oh, this movie has a great soundtrack too. There's a lot of good songs in it, and I'd be ashamed if I didn't mention that it has ELO's Showdown in the final act of this movie when the final match is going on. They play ELO Showdown, and Bill Murray does his shaking his head and it's like he's scared. That's so fucking great. What a great tune. And there's a lot of other good tunes in the soundtrack. Dumb and Dumber has a really good soundtrack too. The Farrelly brothers they were in that age where it has they had some good taste in soundtrack songs. I really like the Dumb and Dumber soundtrack. This one I never owned, but all the songs they play in the movie are pretty good, including the not the Traveling Wilburys, the fat guy, John Popper, Blues Traveler. They have, I think it's But Anyway, and then I think they play the hook in the credits. I'm not positive. Those are 2 really good Blues Traveler songs. All right. So I mean, other than reciting this movie line for line, I I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's if you're looking for a good comedy, a sports comedy, this is the one. This is the one. This is probably the funniest sports comedy that I know of. And it's got everything. So everything you could want, except maybe nips. But we'll get to that. So speaking of, let's go ahead and reveal our score here. Story is a 5. I include like the writing and stuff in story. So I mean, plus the story is so unique. Like, why would they choose an Amish guy to go with this drunk dude? Fucking just an Amish guy's at a bowling alley. He shouldn't even be there, according to the Amish rules. But he just gets mixed up with this nightlife and it's this on the road nightlife kind of thing. Kind of like a fun road trip too. And then the whore gets mixed in it with Vanessa. I forget her character, but her character name. But yeah, it's just great. And then all the scenes with the Amish. Oh my God, when he leaves, he hears the dinner bell ringing and he leaves, and there's like nobody leaves for the dinner bell when we're in the middle of lifting a 2,000-ton wall. And then I took the liberty of milking your cow for you. We don't have a cow. We have a bull. Woody Harrelson, I'm going to go brush my teeth. So I'm sick. Characters, acting. All the characters in this movie are great. All the main characters, the 4 of them. And then the acting, like I said, I mean, Bill Murray does a great job, and he does all the improvising. He gets a lot of credit for that. But I think Woody Harrelson does just as good a job in this movie. Woody Harrelson just plays the part of a dirtbag so well. And then Randy Quaid's just Randy Quaid. He's just so awkward and so goofy, and it just works so well. Sports realism, that bowling, you can tell these fuckers have never thrown a ball in their life. If you watch this movie, like they just do not have the form. You can tell that they I think even some of the shots are like Brooklyn strikes and stuff. Like you can tell the directors didn't even bowl for know how to bowl. So yeah, the bowling isn't very very good. The atmosphere around bowling is the only reason this gets 2 points. Because the atmosphere around bowling and the time periods of bowling, when they show the 2 opposite time periods, the present day and the 70s, that's realistic. But the way these guys bowl is just terrible. You can tell it's like, yeah, Bill Murray hasn't thrown a bowling ball down a lane since he was a kid. Okay, and then nip factor, Vanessa, she gets 2, or this movie gets 2. Vanessa gets a point for this movie because she goes to the refrigerator and the icebox and grabs a beer, and she comes out and her nips are just like totally hard. And that's the point of the scene, is to have her distract somebody with her hard ass nips. And the other point comes, since it's got 2, comes from Randy Quaid's nips. He does the same thing. And then he says, I feel a bit nippy. So you get a point for Vanessa Angel, I don't know, is it Angel? Her nips, and then you get a point for Randy Quaid's nips. So a total of 2, which gives it a total of 14. Just missed certified muy caliente. But it's a very highly recommended one. Almost. So watch it if you haven't. Who hasn't watched Kingpin? I mean, it's one of the greatest. So that's about all I can say. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's kind of like story was like I may have brushed over the storyline, or the story score there at 5. I mean, it's just great redemption, seize the day kind of thing, and then the premise, like I said, just an Amish guy getting mixed up with a deadbeat. I mean, the story's just fantastic and it's original. I mean, it's kind of like that's my what are you doing with sugar in the back of your car? Didn't I tell you to call me Ern or Big Ern? That's my morning coffee. So, anyways, yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I got to watch those sports movies, and like I said, the Kurt Warner movie, watch it. It's really good, and it's one of the few decent movies Hollywood has put out in the past 2 years. So, yeah, I recommend it, even though it didn't get highly recommended, but it was certified spicy. The only one tonight that you don't have to waste your time on is Air Bud, and who's gonna? So only me. I take the bullets for everybody else. So, yes, that is it for. That is it. So I did finish up about 8 minutes early, or 5 minutes early. That's fine, because it's been a long day of everything. So next week, tune in. We've got. Are we going back to Leisure Suit Larry? I forget. Is it? I think I'm going back to Leisure Suit Larry next week, and then Red Dead after that. Red Dead is a freaking great game, by the way. I've been playing the shit out of that game. That game is awesome. Yeah, I found that sword for everybody. Nobody else has to watch Air Bud, and I'm gonna have to watch Bend It Like Beckham one of these times, and I'm gonna fall on that sword too. I'm gonna take that bullet. So yeah. So tune in next week. I should be weekly now. That all my sickness and all my time off, I had to retool the channel. I wanted to make some thumbnails and stuff, and decide where I want to go with this channel. I'm still going to be doing the live streams, but that's why I took the first week off, and then the second week I got sick. But we should be back to every week, hopefully, unless something comes up and I don't feel like doing it. But no, not that matters. So without further ado, I want to thank everybody for watching my ass prattle on about some shitty sports movies for 4 hours. Thank you for watching. I had a steady 4 or 5 viewers tonight. So hey, we're getting better. And I'm just looking for that one rando. Who's that one rando that's gonna spread the word? But anyways, shit. So until next time, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see ya.